Or speaking.
Yeah, Discord, we have started the race, so with the delay, we'll be starting soon on your screen.
Yeah. Okay. Red is off, and the first world on the map is World 2. And our first level is 7-9.
Ooh. With that flying Goomba, it can be trolly.
Yeah.
Especially with starting out small.
Yeah. And we'll see if any of them know or have any practice with the pipe clips on the bottom, but it doesn't appear so. Rat and Alan are making their way up, and Rat takes an unfortunate death right out of the box on the top platform. Alan going down through the pipes. He's got to be a little careful that one Paragroom when he gets through.
Seems like he's moving through here pretty well.
Yeah.
That star will help finish it off.
So, couple of deaths for Eddie, and right away, stream's synced up. Okay, we should be good to go now. So Alan gets out of there first. Radioactive Rat, she isn't far behind. Not the friendliest level to start off with. They get back towards the mean with 1-4. One thing you'll notice is in the regular game, this level is an auto-scroller. There are no auto-scrollers in Mario 3 Randomizer, with two exceptions. 5-9 and one of the 8 lost levels in the game are still auto-scrollers because the game would break if they weren't.
Yeah, this definitely shortens this level up by a mile.
Yeah, Alan got caught by that fire chomp and went down the wrong way.
Yeah, they can throw you off your track of where you're trying to go.
Yeah. So, Rat gets through 1-4. She'll be going to our first fortress of the game. And we have the World 7 fortress, the first one. One of 2 levels in the game where you absolutely have to have flying ability to get out. The other is 6-5. So it's an interesting little puzzle fortress. Sort of a precursor of what you encounter in the World 8 fortress. Since if you had the ability to fly, you could zoom right through this. But,
and Eddie already being big, he can hit that P-switch right away and catch up a little bit to Radioactive Rat.
So the two of them are running even right now. They're gonna look fabulous as they take down Boom Boom. TheAlanHeffley, I don't think he knows the trick here. If he does, he's overcompensating.
Let's see.
Okay, I think he knows it.
Yeah, yeah.
He might have had a brain fart there. Happens to the best of us.
Well, I don't think. Yeah, that's one pipe isn't randomized in the lava room. You have to come here and get the Tanuki suit.
The 2-3, well, at least half of that is correct. It's 1-3. So a couple of early World 1 stages to start off with. See if they go for the hidden item. No. Normally,
Eddie's just hiding too.
That's a good play early on in this randomizer, and usually is something nice.
Especially when all the mushrooms are only available, and Koopas are only available later in the world. So
it's a Tanuki suit. Probably not what he was probably hoping for, a Lakitu Cloud or a hammer, but hey, Tanuki suit's always a good thing. So the quicksand is 2-1, which has become a popular place for our beloved boss bass. But it appears he's absent today. Still plenty of enemies to make life miserable for Eddie and for Rat.
Yeah, I usually see those fire bars a lot more than like the boss bass or sun. They're really trolling.
Yeah. Eddie taking his time here, navigating around all these fireballs and gets through.
Had to dodge that last one right at the card.
Rat and Eddie playing about even first 5 minutes or so. Alan having a little trouble navigating to that pipe. Eddie picking up a hammer suit, which will come in handy if he keeps it all the way to Bowser for a quick kill. He goes on to 2-5, which is 4-3.
Yeah, both players deciding to do 2-5, and well, we won't get to see what the other level might be.
Maybe not, unless Alan goes to 2-4. But it's kind of common, I think, to go to 2-5, just because when you play any percent Warpless, you almost always go to 2-5 anyways, because it's easier and shorter. 2-4 can be a little challenging with all those precise jumps. Rat is not going for the end card and runs smack dab into 7-8.
Oh, with the sun, that's awful.
Well, so it's gonna be a bit of a navigation until she gets to that pipe with the hammer suit.
Yeah, that hammer suit wasn't there. This level would be ungodly hard.
So
it's just trouble getting past these pipes here.
speaking of the hammer,
Hammer pickup for Eddie.
yeah, Rat not giving in. She wants to fight through this without going for the end card. That star should give her enough coverage to get to the does. Uh-oh.
Looks like that damage from Eddie ate his jump. He couldn't make the jump.
Yeah.
Both players struggling as expected. This level's really hard.
Yeah, she finally opts to go for the cards, and
Eddie's smartly using a star here.
yeah. And he picked up another one, so he's... Okay, oh, he skips the pipe. That's interesting. Manages to navigate over the... Oh. Wow. Rat...
Momentum got the best of him there.
Yeah. Rat, gonna use the hammer suit and kind of try to ram her way through these piranha plants. And Eddie is doing the same. Well, it's got to be careful, but it will work. Rat getting a 2-for-1 on the hammers. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it takes really good timing. Eddie finally gets the second one.
And Rat going down below to get another hammer suit. Meanwhile, Alan is working his way through 2-1. Pretty sure you can use the hammers to get rid of the sun, and there he goes. So they get out of 7-8 in one piece. No mean feat. So... The first airship on the board is the World 3 airship. A pretty short one, just some tight quarters with all the cannons flying around in that early part.
Yeah, and their hitboxes are really wonky, so you have to be extra careful around them.
Yeah. So... Unfortunately, the hammers don't do anything to the Koopa kids, and Morton has got...
Stunlock there for Morton.
Luckily it didn't do it, and it's a 5-hit Morton.
Oh my.
But radioactive rat gets through, and we see what and 2-4 turns out to be 4-4. So rat
Good
finished.
for the. Yep. I was just gonna say, good for them that the boss here, the floor was flat.
Yeah, and it wasn't Wendy.
Right. So you wouldn't see like balls or
Rings
rings come around the area.
So 2-4 turned out to be 4-4, and Alan going through that. And through one world, they're about even. Rat and Eddie are about even. Rat's just slightly ahead. I'm just gonna check the pipe, see where it takes her. And they have a hammer, so could be a viable gamble.
The Eddie's using his.
Yeah, both of them use their hammers. Eddie went into the fortress. I'm a little surprised.
You must have forgot about the other pipe.
I think so, and okay, so Rat knows. Rat just has to reverse engineer the back half of World 3 and she'll be on her way to Wendy. And 3-9 is 6-10. And the World 2 fortress is the first fortress of World 3. Uh-oh. Hate those guys. They only shoot fireballs
Seem to always
in one.
get the one that shoots fireballs.
Yeah, it's like they only appear in one level in the regular game, but they do have a propensity to appear.
Yeah, usually at the worst points of the worst levels.
Yeah. Alan, okay, he finally remembered. I think he was must have been wanting to go for an extra. Oh no, poor Alan. So 3-8 is 1-1. A pretty easy level. Random enemy placements and randomizer can make this a little more taxing than you would expect, but having stars certainly helps. What fortress do we get today? That's the World 6 Fortress 2. The Ice Fortress. If Alan doesn't have a hammer suit, yeah.
I think he's used all of his items.
Yeah. Fortunately, the Hammer Brothers are on the other side of the pyramid.
Yeah.
Right now, in our competitive match, Rad is about most of a level ahead of TurbulentEddie, but he's got takes care of business. He's on her way to Wendy in a relatively short World 3. Didn't get the God Pipe, but there was a natural progression to this that allowed them to skip most of this.
Yeah. Yeah, having that hammer definitely helped them not have to do the first two levels in the first fortress.
Yeah. So, Rad's gonna P-wing her way through this level, through the World 7 airship, which is the longest of the airships when you don't... Nice maneuvering by Alan. He gets through. Now he's got a... Uh-oh. Okay. See if he knows the pipe. He does. I don't think he does. So, how bad is Wendy going to be today? No, it's 2 hits. All the rings are out. And it was a 3-hit Wendy. Phew. So, Rat clocks in her second world at 14:15.
Which his heart.
Oof.
Gotta get Alan past here.
Yep. He should be clear.
Yep, that should be good.
Yep. And Eddie mistimed his jump, going from airship to airship, and took an unfortunate death there. So something about the white zone and the red zone for loading for passengers from the Princess. World 7 is the third world that they will be going through. And this is there's a lot of pipes here. I think there's about a dozen pipes. She's looking for the one that'll take her to this island with 7-7 and 7-8. Or if she had a hammer, to the one by 7-9.
I'm not sure if I would have gone back there. I might have played at least the Piranha plant.
Yeah. She doesn't have a lot of items. That probably played a factor into it. So she went to 7-2, which is 4-6. Another level that can be a little taxing because of enemy placement. Oh, and Alan loses all of his lives, so he's got to do this again, and he's gonna have to play the second half of the world again. Rat wanted to get the 5 lives, but that Koopa halted her momentum. That would have been the correct move if she had a hammer. I think Eddie does. So, but it's hard to imagine him making that play.
He was thinking about it.
7-1 is 2-2. And the first fortress of World 7 is the third fortress of World 6.
Alan decides to skip the item here.
Yeah. Oh. Eddie getting caught between the two hot feet, and both of them are crazy hot feet. So, caught between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, not much you can do when they have sporadic movement.
Well, I'll be damned. It was Radioactive Rat finds the correct pipe. It was next to 7-1, so she is well on her way, and 7-8 is 6-7. So another auto-scrolling level turned off, and ooh, that's a game over for TurbulentEddie.
It might help him though if he decides to play 7-1 here.
Well, we'll see what he's going for it.
He is.
As a matter of convenience, perhaps more than anything, and not having to deal with that fortress again.
Right.
So he's back in the hunt against Radioactive Rat. She's got a nice little lead going here. Got about a 1.5 stage lead. 7-9 is more World 6. 6-4.
Yeah, when I ever seem to find World 6 levels, they seem to come in bunches.
Yeah, there is a kind of a confluence of them. Like, World 2 had a fair amount of World 7 for our players. Rat having a little trouble with the spinners. Should be able to gets through. Eddie, mistiming his jump, decides to try 7-7, which is the pyramid. Oh, what fortress awaits? Well, it wasn't the vanilla fortress, which would have been a nightmare for some players.
Yeah.
Instead, it's the final fortress of the game from World 8.
Yeah, this fortress definitely relies on swift execution.
Yeah. Eddie missing out with the Buzzy Beetle. Gets it on the second try.
Nice movement there from Radioactive Rat.
Yeah, getting good eye. I don't think she's gonna get the early clip, but she missed. Didn't quite time that correctly, but she'll get in the second time around.
Eddie dodges that last hammer, bro.
Yeah. Alan, oh, he was practically home free. Death at 7-8. Oh, Eddie. Having trouble navigating the pipes. While Radioactive Rat's moving on to the second Piranha stage, which is pretty short. It's about 20 seconds. Some players like to opt to use the music box, but you get an item here, and while it was only a star, in my experience, it does tend to give you something pretty good.
I get a good amount of clouds sometimes from that one.
Yeah, I got one in my seed earlier today. So, the World 7 airship is the World 1 airship today. So,
which is about the quickest with no auto-scroller.
Yeah, I think, and yes, Ludwig has his ability to stun lock, but luckily he also only 3 hits.
Yep.
So, Rat completes their third world at 21 minutes flat. Very good. Moving at a very steady clip, and has made some very good calls with very good calls with the pipes in
yes.
worlds 3 and 7.
Also, played the trolley levels very well, because we've had quite a few early on.
Yeah, 7-8, 7-9, World 8 Fortress. Been very consistent play. World 1 is next up. Got her hammer. She's going to absolutely use it to skip the first half of World 1. And 6-5 away. So... Eddie, I think, was hoping for a better item. But, no, nothing doing.
Worst part of this level, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be awful for Radioactive Rat. Because those guys came down from the ceiling.
Yeah, that at least gives a clue as to what one of the enemies is. Okay, she gets the first one. Oh no.
I think that's game over again.
Yes, it is. Fortunate. Rat's gonna have to go back to the pipe and restock, get her raccoon ability, because it is absolutely mandatory to have. Cannot complete 6-5 without the ability to fly. So, she knows what okay, I think she's pretty well set. She's got to take care of this Koopa Troop and she's fine. Okay. Okay, Koopa Troopa was required in this case. Ooh, almost fell off the edge there. But, Eddie completes, World 7 at about 23:10. And 1-6 is the second hand level, which is the shortest and easiest of the 3. The only enemies you have are fireballs. The music box for her efforts, and any other hand levels she encounters will also give her a music box as the item. Not the best item in the world, but they do sometimes have their uses. I'm not really sure they're going to get a lot of play in this seed. Eddie, learning all about the wonders of 6-5.
Yeah.
World 1 airship is the World 5 airship. Oh, Eddie losing out on his raccoon ability, so he's got to go back, reset the room.
So it looks like Radioactive Rat's gonna be halfway done and around the 25-minute mark, which is not too bad.
That's pretty good, especially with you know, World 2. They had to play through legit and couldn't avail themselves the use of all those pipes. And World 7, you know, still is World 7, even if it wasn't nearly as long as it could have been.
Mm-hmm. Now, the way Eddie can catch up is he has an extra hammer compared to Radioactive Rat, so
Right.
if she doesn't get another one, he might be able to use it in, like, World 4 or something like that and catch up.
World 4, World 5, or yeah, something. Oh boy. Yeah. First, Eddie's got to get out of here.
Yeah.
So World 6 is next. We'll see if she gets the good pipe draw or no. I don't think she has a hammer, so she's gonna have to play World 6 the long way. So this is where the hammer might come in handy, even though there does seem to be a popular consensus that you should only use hammers if you need to skip 2 or 3 up to at least 3 levels. But this might be one of those cases, even though you're only skipping 2, where it could come in handy. 6-1 is 4-2. So, pretty simple level. I think that was... Was that 6-2 or 6-3? Whatever it was.
I think it was 6-2.
Oh, nice recovery. Unfortunately,
oh no.
You need a Koopa shell, or you need to get up there with raccoon powers.
And he had trouble once he moved over a few frames. The enemies kept respawning.
Yeah. So, Rat taking care of business on 2-3. Rat picking up, getting a 5 up. Not a bad idea. You know, early on, you see a lot of people doing it just because, just to give themselves a nice little stockpile, because you never know, you could end up with 7-8 early, and having an extra cache of lives is always a... Rat trying to get to these giant Koopas, but they keep stun locking her. Okay, he gets through. Now he's just got a whole... Oh no! He had it, and then he lost it.
Dang it, man.
Wow.
So close.
The first fortress of World 6 is the Air Force. So the Navy, Air Force, and the super tank levels are mixed in with the fortress because they have Boom Boom in them. Whereas the first tank level, the opening level of World 8, is mixed in with the regular levels. Oh. Okay, Eddie gets through. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Deja vu strikes again. Or something Alan knows all too well. He still hasn't cleared this world. First world. And another fairly infamous level, 7-2, which can be fairly generous if you only have to do one pass. Fortunately, you need raccoon power or P-speed to do it. She has neither, so she's going to have to do it again.
And Eddie finally gets through to finish the level.
But boy, that took about, what, 5-6 minutes?
Yep.
So he's...
Yeah, without dying either.
Yeah. rat getting caught by the fire chain and the piranha. So, just have to do 7-2 again. Got plenty of items, including a Lakitu cloud. If she doesn't fancy playing this level, she can always skip it. Gonna go for it and clears the chasm. The rat takes care of 6. I think she went to 6-5, which is 4-5. So at least half of that turned out to be vanilla. This is the level with the reversible bullet bills.
And one reversed on her right when she was about to bounce on it.
I think she was more of her just mistiming that jump, and then the bullet bill looping around. Going to go with the Tanuki suit and TurbulentEddie finishes World 1 about 30-40. He's about 6 minutes behind.
Perhaps another.
So here's a chance for Eddie. Eddie could have opted to use the hammer, but he decided not to, saving it for Worlds 4 and 5, which are the last 2 worlds on the board. So, I think playing the long game on this. Radioactive Rat clears the coin ship and gets a hammer for her troubles. So, to 6-7, which is 5-2.
Quick level if you can make the jump. Ooh!
Good recovery by Rat.
Nice recovery, yeah.
And she was one more missed time, and she would have gone straight down to the bottom.
Yeah, that Tanuki suit saved her skin there.
Yeah, and the bottom route is much slower and harder than the top route.
Eddie getting a cloud from the Hammer Brother.
And meanwhile, Alan getting to Morton, but at Small Mario, he just misplayed his jumps. Got clocked really good. So the second fortress of World 6 is the first fortress of World 6. Go figure. Oh, and TurbulentEddie getting sniped from above. Get the star here on the third. She skips the coin box. Could have gotten star for a quick kill on Boom Boom, but we'll just do this the normal way.
Yeah, I had to shot either a star or a fire flower to make a quick kill.
Yeah. And
still completes the level really quickly.
Eddie's gonna go for the 5-up, and he does. Meanwhile, 6-8 is 3-4, which a level kind of renowned for its speed strats. Seeing this level run at full tilt is pretty impressive. So got a slight break-in, and Alan is finally on the board. It took half an hour, but he did it. About 33 minutes and about 40 seconds to get through. Oh boy. Remember we mentioned those auto-scrollers? Well, this is one of them.
And the worst by far.
I don't know. I don't like this. Once I get past this first pipe here, which always seems to kill me.
Well, the level itself is not too difficult. The enemies are just put in such awful positions.
Yeah, especially where Rat did a nice job threading the needle there between those cheeps. So for those of you just joining us, this is a Mario 3 Randomizer tournament. This is a Group K matchup between TurbulentEddie and Radioactive Rat. Both of them competing in their second matches. And we also have TheAlanHeffley, who is playing independent of groups. His group went from 2 people to 1, so he has to play 3 matches for time trial purposes. I'm Pro8007, and joining me today is KillerApp23, and we're about 35 minutes in, and Radioactive Rat has got a pretty comfortable lead on TurbulentEddie, who has been hit over the head a couple of times throughout this match with some really nasty level placement and enemy placement. So, Radioactive Rat is currently in the 3rd dungeon of World 6, the 5th world being played today in the randomizer, and it is the 2nd fortress of World 3. For those of you who are interested in how many vanilla levels we can get in this seed, so far we have had 0. So for those of you who think that there was not going to be any randomized levels, well, you're getting your wish so far.
Well, we could see some in 8, because we've only had 1 ship level so far. That was the Air Force ship.
That is true. We've not seen very much of World 8, and we haven't seen very much of Worlds 4 or 5, which are the last 2 worlds in the game. So, speaking of World 4, the World 4 airship is going to be Lemmy's hideout today. I'm partially convinced that they created the randomizer and turned off the auto-scrollers just to make this airship go much faster than it would in the regular game. And a one-hit kill for Iggy, and Radioactive Rat completes World 7 at about 37 minutes on the nose. Very, very good.
Yeah, glad that was only 1 hit. If you moved to the left side of that map, you probably had a tough time hitting them.
Yeah. Oh. We got little Zelda reference, a Link to the Past reference for those of you in the know. If you haven't played A Link to the Past, shame on you. So, World 5 is next, and leading off is 5-8. Kind of a trolly level because of that Lakitu that Radioactive Rat is trying to avoid. Does tend to snipe you at the worst possible moments, but so can the Koopa Troopas. Got the hammer, come in handy for second half of World 5.
Having to dodge an enemy on each of these platforms, plus the
Well, she gets through, and not a second too soon.
Oh my.
That's very impressive. The end card and goes on to 5-2, which is the dreaded 6-6. At least it starts out with a favorable item placement with star.
I don't like getting a lot of stars too much, but in this level, they work really well.
Yeah, that first half, and so far it looks like a decent item placement, enemy placement, I mean. There's a Big Bertha, a couple of Big Berthas, but better that.
I don't want to see a bunch of
bloopers. You do not want to see bloopers. navigate. And these fire piranhas are not ideal either, but gets through now down to the final stretch in the tunnel. No problem. Gotta watch out for that cheap.
Gets through. Very nicely done.
And there's our first boss bass sighting. Luckily, it was a brief and fleeting cameo. Take advantage of the items and picks up a raccoon leaf for troubles. Ice physics there, a mushroom from the two Hammer brothers.
Looks like she's gonna decide to play the level over the fortress.
Usually the smarter play because it's shorter. But no star this time, so just ride out the first half of this level normally. Oof. Fortunate hit. So 5-3 is 7-3, for those of you who didn't know. And not a terribly difficult level, just gotta watch out for being sniped. And I jinxed her, I think. Got caught in a really unfortunate spot with those enemy positions.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna dodge all those things.
No. Well, Alan finishing World 3 at about 4105, so once he got through the perpetual nightmare that was 7-8, seems to have found something of a rhythm here. See if we can carry that going forward. TurbulentEddie making his way through the World 6 airship. Another Lakitu cloud for Rat. The tower for which is the only which is a non-randomized level because of the way it's structured. Code, so the tower will always be the tower in World 5.
Yeah, you have to go through each world. You can't use a whistle. Or, even if you wanted to use a whistle, the randomizer, the developer took the whistles out of it, out of the game.
Yeah, for the tournament settings, they have been switched off. So, that's mostly to prevent somebody from accidentally using a whistle. You know, it's like going through your item menu quickly and you accidentally hit the thing when you meant to hit the music box or whatever.
Yeah, so if you were to go to a place where you get a whistle, like on the World 1 Fortress or the 1-3 where you enter from behind the end of the stage, you'd get a random item instead.
So as expected, Rat used her hammer to skip the second chunk of World 5 and go straight to the fortress, which is the first fortress of World 4. So, careful with these hot feet. She's got two crazy ones and a regular one. Doesn't go for the item, but care of business and see how TurbulentEddie does with 6-6. Rat got through it on one try, but the enemy placement wasn't nearly as brutal as it has been for some of the other seeds, but still no picnic.
Hey, you can fly through here with the frog suit too. Just be careful, doesn't go too fast and get hit.
Well, once you get past those piranha plants, it's pretty much smooth sailing.
Yeah.
5-8 was another lost level. It's a kind of a variation of 5-7 without all of the blocks. TheAlanHeffley taking a game over there. Rat mowing down the Hammer Brothers and gets a P-Wing for her efforts.
That's the first P-Wing. Well, I think Eddie had one, but
yeah, he used one.
Hadn't had a bunch of P-Wings this seed.
No. If they have appeared, they've been remarkably quiet. They haven't really utilized them the way you would expect. So, another lost level for Radioactive Rat for 5-9. Sort of the Beta 7-3. Yes, thank you, Silk Soldier. Yeah, I seem to recall him using a P-Wing on that level. So, Radioactive Rat gonna go again on this 7-3 beta. No problem, gets through cleanly.
Alan, unfortunately, missing that jump with the falling platform.
Yeah. And the airship is the World 2 airship. The last one they're going to see is World 6. A good place to use a P-Wing, incidentally. Allows you to, instead of going through the bottom of the airship, you just fly over the top and make it to the exit pretty quickly. Eddie in the tower right now. Another one-hit kill on a Koopa. Why can't they be this nice for me? 4640 or so for a Radioactive Rat to finish World 5. He's about a half a world ahead of TurbulentEddie.
Yeah, she just has to play World 4, and then she'll be on to World 8.
She didn't pick up a hammer anywhere, so she's going to have to play it straight through. Unless she gets a hammer here. Nope. It's a raccoon. It's a raccoon tail. So first up is 3-6, another auto scroller turned off. Alan picking up, getting himself some extra lives after 7-9. Alright, oh boy. 4-2 is the dreaded 7-5. Not a bad place to use a Lakitu Cloud.
Might give it one go, see if she can get through, but
yeah.
But if not, it's really a good idea to use a cloud here.
I would say so. But she's got fire. She's got Fire Mario, so that's gonna help. TurbulentEddie trying to takes care of Roy and gets it in a. So he's about 2 minutes behind, so he closed the gap playing World 5 very well. He still has one hammer in play, so I'm sure he's absolutely going to use it. Yeah. So Eddie is going to take the lead here, based on the hammer. Is not over by a long shot, folks. This could still come down to a couple of random variables.
Radioactive rat gets through the level.
Yep. So, and this is not a matter of panicking, but it is a matter of prudence. It might be a good idea to start using your Lakitu clouds if you haven't used them already, just to get through levels. Because there really aren't a lot of places to use them in World 8, except for 8-1, 8-2, and the Fortress. So, and the Fortress is the World 1 Fortress.
He gets a Hammer Brothers suit, which is great, because World 8's coming up.
Yep. And he burned through a lot of his items early. 4-4 is 2-4, and Rat is in 3-9. Alan is on the World 1 airship. Be a little careful with Ludwig, but especially since he's small, and he does take 3 hits, and he's got he's able to shake the ground. Two hits, and takes care of business.
Well done by Alan.
Yeah. Oh, Rat picks up her, oh, she hesitated. She's gonna have to go after, she's gonna have to take care of Boom Boom. Instead of going for the quick route. I don't know if she's still got a hammer suit or not, but, there's another hammer for Eddie. Mike, it could come in handy in, World 8. It just varies. Gets a Lakitu cloud for his trouble as well. So he's going to have ability to skip some stuff, but it's going to be mostly... he's skipping 4-6 and going right to the Fortress. Not a bad idea.
Just gotta be careful on this platform. There's a couple
never much
spots, but not too hard.
Never much cared for this Fortress. But, doesn't have any real trouble, and Rat's on 4-4. Nice deflection, and picks up the star. Gonna leave that end card behind, but I don't think he was gonna go for it anyways. He's on the World 6 airship, and clipped by the afterburner, and mistimed his jump, so that was unfortunate. Rat's gonna mows down the second set of Hammer Brothers and picks up her hammer. So, Lakitu Cloud, is she gonna use it?
Yeah,
No.
I don't know.
It would appear not. It said she's decided to play 4-5 and goes down to 5-3. Notable for being one of the only levels where you spend a lot of your time going left. Eddie having a little trouble with Iggy and takes a... Ooh, got hit in the face. Let's go for his third try on this level. Alan getting the first-hand experience of the wonders of 6-5.
Eddie will be the first of our players to enter World 8.
For a little drama, yes. He's in at about 54-15. Radioactive Rat's about it'll probably be about 2.5 minutes behind. What item he gets? A music box. Not really useful here. So first up is the first hand level in World 8. And, well, going through it as Small Mario is not the easiest thing in the world. Especially when you got two Fire Brothers. You use the hammers and just... well, that's one way to do it.
Oh no. You got hit by the...
Uh-oh, he got stun locked there, but luckily he was out of rain.
Yep.
Another music box. And Radioactive Rat closes world 7th world at 55:25, so 70 seconds behind. And we have our first vanilla level.
Hey.
It only took the whole game, but hey, we got it. For those of you who guessed 1, or were thinking 1, well, hope for nothing else.
Yeah, just don't hope for 8-1 and 8-1.
Yeah, that's about it. Or Super Tank. We haven't seen Super Tank.
Also notice Eddie went ahead and did the second level instead of taking that first pipe to see where it went.
That's not surprising. You get two immediate choices instead of one. See how it plays out. Okay. Gonna circle back and try the second pipe. I think Rad is right behind him, so we'll see. We got a race if this is. They're running virtual mirrors here, and that's not where they want to go. So I think they're gonna go for the fortress next. Play for 2 pipes. Yep. Oh boy. And Rat.
Oh, no!
Rat skips using the Lakitu Cloud. Does she have a hammer?
She doesn't have a hammer.
I thought she did. She picked one up from World picked one up in World 4.
Oh. Oh yeah.
So that's she must have forgotten, or she could have used it on that other lock too. So instead, both of them are going to be running the gamut on the hardest. I think it's certainly the hardest fortress in the game.
Yeah.
Eddie
I don't
takes
think anybody would argue with you on that.
Eddie takes a death and is.
Go ahead and use his last Hammer Brother suit.
Yeah. Rat doing an excellent job navigating through, and forces the Thwomp down, waits for the hot foot, and okay, she's through. Careful, gets through. All right, very nice. So, in case anyone just joining in, we got ourselves a race here. TurbulentEddie and Radioactive Rat are running neck and neck. Rat's got a slight lead, about 30 to 40 seconds, on TurbulentEddie. So, and he takes another death. So, okay, she's got a hammer. She can use that lock, break it. She's right to Bowser, and she knows it. Because of the way the pipes are going, this allows her to skip a lot of stuff. She is now in the driver's seat here and is well on her way to scoring a big win here in the Group K for the tournament. And the second to last level of the game is the second fortress of World 5. Meanwhile, TurbulentEddie is on the first fortress of World 3. So, that hot foot to move. Alan finishing up World 1 at 59:30. So, he's going to the hands. And gets 3-1. Alright. All down to this. Should have... thought she had a hammer suit, but I guess not. She's gonna P-wing her way through most of this. Taking her time. Gonna just... nice and slow. Okay, she does the wall clip. Ride the ceiling to the top. Only one hand for TurbulentEddie, but little does he realize he's got to take the long way around here. And he burned his hammer. Now he knows where to go, but
yeah, maybe a little too late.
Yes, unfortunately, that would appear to be so. We all thought he had the advantage in the hammers, but Radioactive Rat, because she finished the World 7 fort, closes it out. And that does it.
Congratulations, Radioactive Rat.
Absolutely. That was a very entertaining race. And she finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 47 seconds. Interview. So, TurbulentEddie, meanwhile, as Small Mario, is going to have to navigate the long way through this Bowser's Castle. And loses his balance. He goes right into the lava, unfortunately. Get Radioactive Rat in here in just a sec, guys and gals. Alright, and joining us just now is Radioactive Rat, GG.
Thank you.
That was quite a race. TurbulentEddie's almost finished. He's in Bowser's Castle right now.
Oh, nice.
It came down, strangely enough, to the World 7 fortress. You finished it, he didn't, and so you got to see the rest of the pipe locations, and it must have been kind of a relief when you saw that the one pipe on the north side of the island was going to take you straight to Bowser.
Yeah, I kind of put it together real quick. I'm like, I have one hammer. I have a funny feeling if I do this fort,
Yeah.
it'd be quicker than like going through the hand bridge and everything else to go all the way around that one. So I'm like, you know what? Let me do the fort. Okay, does it take me there? Okay, let me go the other way. Use the hammer on that. Boom. Oh, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, and especially, you know, it's like, oh, it's the worst fortress in the game, but you handled it really well, considering.
I'm surprised I did.
This whole seed, in general, seemed to be having a funny with you guys at various stages. You know, 7-8 early on, never fun.
Yeah.
6-5 gave Eddie all kinds of trouble. You had your occasional trouble spots here and there, but overall it was very solid.
Thank you.
So, what were your impressions on the seed overall?
It was a lot better than the last one.
Yeah.
At least I didn't have to deal with Wendy 500 times.
Right. Yeah, it's like that by itself makes it a relief. And Eddie finishes second with a official SRL time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 9 seconds.
Oh, nice.
TheAlanHeffley, meanwhile, is still at about the halfway point. He's in World 6 right now. 7-8 was not his friend.
7-8 is nobody's friend.
No. It's like, especially when you get it early on, because you really have to work, you really have to have a mastery of the platforming by then.
Exactly.
Otherwise it's gonna be endless torture. And we welcome TurbulentEddie to the chat. GG.
GG, Eddie.
Thank you.
GG.
So, 6-5. What a nightmare.
Yeah. There's a few of those actually, but
that one was the most notable. That took you, I think, 4 or 5 minutes.
yeah. Well, it sounds like kind of a cop-out, but I wasn't using a controller I was used to because I had to fire up an emulator instead of using my console today.
Well, yeah.
But and that kind of played a little bit of a problem in that, but just overall, it was just a horrible setup trying to get up there.
Yeah, those fire chain chomps, those are just awful.
Yeah,
because it seemed when you took out one, 2 more would spawn or something like that.
Yeah, it's like you really had to like clear the decks, and you really needed a Koopa shell for that. It wasn't necessarily mandatory, but boy, it really helps.
Yeah, it always just seemed to be an issue too, is if you just walk just far enough off screen, they'd be right back on you.
Yeah. But yeah, that was certainly a major factor in the end results, and of course our favorite fortress sitting right in the middle of World 8.
Thank you, Eddie. You had an extra hammer where you skipped the levels in World 4. And Radioactive Rat had to play the pipe level from World 7.
Yeah, that level.
Which got you right back in the lead.
Huh.
Yeah, Eddie, you were up about a minute going into World 8, but you took an extra detour going through the Navy level, hedging your bets. And Radioactive Rat did not, and that proved to be a major factor.
Yeah, well, then I also got stuck on the fortress too.
Yeah.
I decided that was not the way to go.
Yeah, she cleared it out, and because she had an extra hammer and one of the locks was broken, she was able to sail right through.
Oh yeah, perfect.
So, but no, that was a really good race. I mean, you two were really close early, and then your problems with 6-5 widened the gap a bit, but then you got right back into it. So it was never out of reach for either of you at any stage. So that was a real.
It's always good to have a good race.
Yeah.
Glad it was exciting.
Well, yeah. There haven't been too many races within 5 minutes so far this tournament, so it's always nice. It's always a treat to have one of those. 1 or 2 decisions, and who knows? So, I know we asked Radioactive Rat, but your general impressions on the seed, Eddie?
It was pretty rough. I can't even remember what we started off with, but it was no gimme getting through those first couple levels.
7-9 was the first level out of the box. 7-8 sitting on the pyramid, so it's not like you could pick and choose like it was 2-4 and 2-5.
Yeah.
But given the current state of the standings, Group K is still very much up in the air for that second spot, because with Chuck Attacks is already finished at 3-0, Radioactive, right? You've moved into second at 1-1, but still have matches to be played, and who knows? We could end up with another 3-way tie. Anyone in favor of that?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
The group L certainly set the standard with quite an entertaining 3-way tie match. What was it? Thursday or Friday? That was a good one between those guys. So, more matches. I think we're all in agreement for that. More matches?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Any other thoughts, impressions, anything you guys want to work on for your next match, your third and final match?
Not die to stupid things.
Well, it's easier said than done.
That's true.
You never know what's gonna pop up when you
That is true.
scroll over a little bit. But
All I'm gonna say is I really, like, ever since playing this randomizer, I really hate Power Goombas a lot more now.
Like, well, you didn't hate them before. Like, man, oh man, you sure hate them now.
Oh
Yeah,
my
'cause-
god.
it
Yeah, I
sucks
don't know.
when they immediately fly in the air and you can't outjump them like
And they all-
Alan.
and it-
Just happened
yeah.
to Alan right there.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, Rat. I think I died 3 times to pair Goombas.
Yeah, they got me a couple of times. Especially in the beginning. The beginning, that one Power Goomba kept getting me. I'm like, you...
Yeah, like they always seem to propagate in the worst possible locations. It's like Fred intentionally designed it that way to make just hit you when you least expect it.
Well, I mean, I was killing them on the way as revenge, so I feel happy about that at least.
Yeah. Well, at least the score got even somewhat on this. So. Meanwhile, Alan continuing to grind his way through World 6. He's playing for time trials. He drew 7-6. Oh. 6-10 with 7-6. And if he's like me, he's just gonna P-wing over it, or... Well, he would if he could. He doesn't have a P-wing, unfortunately. He's gonna take the next best option and just Lakitu his way through it. And he uses a hammer, so... Oh boy. Well, he used the Lakitu Cloud and the hammer, which is great, but he probably should have powered up there.
Oh no.
Lemmy wasn't one hit, I don't think.
No, he was.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was?
Lemmy was one hit.
Okay, so... Well, yeah, you just managed to avoid the afterburners there, so... And he even gets a star, so he'll be fine. Dude, that was the one thing that kind of surprised me. The levels were pretty brutal, but apart from Morton, rather generous Koopas. At least I thought so.
Wendy will always be mean.
Yeah. Using a P-Wing evens the score a little bit, and I think she was only, what, 2 hits today? 2 or 3?
Something like that.
It wasn't like last night where it was 5 hits and, oh yeah, shook the ground.
Oh.
And it was the World 7 airship on top of all of that, so it's really tight quarters. It's really tight quarters, so yeah, Adirondack Rick had an awful time with that, just awful.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah. But that's just the way it goes. I mean, nothing else. These randomizers teach you how to think on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
And probably have an aneurysm while you're doing it, but, you know, there's a trade-off for all this stuff. So... Well, we don't want to keep you, so, if, you know, you want to head on out, and, that's fine. Otherwise, if you want to watch more Randomizer, feel free.
Alright, thanks for the commentary, and GG again, Rat.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. Yep.
Thanks.
Yep. Good luck, guys. The rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks to TurbulentEddie and Radioactive Rat. Time to talk with us, and GG's for both of them, and a good win for Radioactive Rat. Moved to 1-1 in Group K standing. She has one more match with Auglib, which I believe is later this week. She's already... no, TurbulentEddie's scheduled his match. That's right. So Auglib on the schedule somewhere, but it was with TurbulentEddie. So that'll be a good one, and it'll provide some clarity on the standings. Nothing else. Ooh. Alan playing it to the wire there a bit with the little micro Goomba. Uh-oh. Playing it to the wire again with Boss Bass, but gets through.
Yep. The only boss bass the entire seed right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Based on the routing, I don't... Well, we'll see the back half of World 5. We'll see more of it anyway, because he doesn't have a hammer. Don't think he's going to get one from the Hammer Brothers down below. He is going to try the Fortress, and it's the second... yeah, that's right. Somebody did play this, the second fort of World 4. Fortunate... Alan having a little trouble with his jumps. Get enough momentum, move forward. Alan taking care of business. Move on to the second half of World 7, World 5, I mean. Oof. So, be able to skip some stuff, but he's going to be having to play the last two worlds pretty legit. So, it's going to be a while before he closes out. Should be able to finish within 2 hours, provided there aren't shenanigans. We don't know what 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 5, 7 are because both Rad and Eddie skipped a hammer. He's got 2 Lakitu clouds, so plenty of chance to take advantage of those. He's got a nice stock on lives, so... Alright. For those of you looking to see what's up ahead in our randomizer tournament, we have several matches scheduled this week. Tomorrow we have another three-way match with AlanHeffley joining F. Coughlin, the creator of this randomizer and probably the target of many hate-filled thoughts for some of these seeds, and Classic Gamer 88. They will be playing at 10 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. On Tuesday, we have 2 matches scheduled. We have TurbulentEddie and Oglib playing in a Group K match at 9 p.m. Eastern, and 11 p.m. Eastern, we have Unos and Justin Man playing, I believe, in a Group E matchup. There are some matches pending as well. Looks like we're going to have one on Wednesday between Leslie Pro 04 and Tapiato J. And on Wednesday, and on Friday, looks like we're going to have a 4-way... No, I'm sorry. The Wednesday match is Group G, and Friday we're going to have a match between Gimp Extreme and Cabin 856. So... a lot of groups still haven't completed their matches yet. Actually, I think only one group outright has completed their matches, and that's Group L. Let's see. Groups. Yeah, Group L is actually the only group, according to the website, that has completed all of its matches. So, you can look at
1-5.
yeah. Five is our second boss bass sighting day, and he's on 3-7. Not an especially difficult level in the regular game, but it can cause some problems in Randomizer, because the random enemies that pop up, like boss bass, do tend to throw a swerve on what is traditionally a fairly straightforward level. But Alan taking his time and takes care of boss bass before he gets to him. Second Hammer Brother sliding around a bit, but Alan takes care of him. Grabs a P-Wing. Moving on to the Fortress, the World 4 Fortress 1. Now he's going to go the long route, which is useful if you're Big Mario, or if you're Little Mario. I'm sorry. You got to deal with a crazy hot foot. Not really giving him the pattern he would like. Whoa. Almost got clipped there. Might actually be able to do a quick kill on Boom Boom here. Yep, got him. Normally,
Yeah,
only
I've started taking that path myself. I used to go down the pipe for the item, but found out it's better to grab that item just in case you get like a star there to take out boss or Big Boom.
Yeah. There's something to be said for that. The lost level, not quite a dead sprint for Alan, but manages to get through most of it with his star, so that worked out pretty well. Gonna use the Lakitu Cloud, and once again deciding to go through the level without any power-ups. But again, I don't think it's going to really affect him, because I believe Roy was also a one-hit kill. So he's been fortunate in that respect, because otherwise he'd have to play 5-9 again, and he would have wasted that Lakitu Cloud. It's always a dangerous thing. So, world 5 down for Alan. 124.40. So just world 4 and then down to the grand finale. Probably looking at about a 145 or so completion, I'd say. Yeah, pretty sure he does. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's got to go through 7-5. Well, he's got a Lakitu Cloud, so I hope he decides to skip that level altogether. Even under best of circumstances, it's a really nasty level. See if he goes. Oh, he's gonna go for it.
Nothing else. Get some good practice in on this level. Nice double on that. Cheap.
Yeah. Gotta watch it though. The wrong pipe in this case. You just gonna one-up through. That's also the wrong pipe. Third time's the charm. He's gonna get a 1-up out of this, so it's not a total loss. Tried to short jump on the Micro Goomba, it didn't work out, so he's got to deal with the Hammer Brothers. And of course, it's two Fire Bros. That was not a good idea. If he's gonna do that, fine, but he ought to use the boy. He's just burning through lives here. So I'll use your power up first, then there we go. There we go. Okay. Somewhat costly lesson, but he gets through, and he gets to skip 4. He gets to skip 7-5 altogether, so works out. It's got an abundance of frogs too. It's wondering if he's gonna go for a froggy ending like Human Mustard tried yesterday. Five extra lives to help him out through this world. Could have gone for the quick exit if he wanted, because it was just a dry bones instead of the hot feed, which populate that area in the randomizer, but decided it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Don't know if that was unintentional.
Yeah. This point is just like, just get through this, right?
Yep.
It's not to take the shortcut, well, not really a shortcut, but the top route. He's gonna go through the bottom route for this level. Gets his raccoon abilities back, and loses them just quickly. Hammer Brother kind of threw his jump off, but recovers and finishes 4-4. Himself to another hammer. Mushroom Mouse, and gets a hammer suit for his trouble. Nice, very nice. It's comforting to know those giant Hammer Brothers jump up. They don't come jumping down. They aren't programmed to do so. That makes a lot easier. 5-3 here. Oh, so careful, and then
Thought he could make it under that.
yeah, he mistimed it. He doesn't have any Lakitu clouds left. He does have a hammer for World 8. See how this round goes. He was doing fine until not sure what he was trying to do there with the statue, but as long as he's careful through the platforming at the bottom half of the level, he should be fine. Oh. Not being careful. There we go. There's some froggy strats here. Just a very impressive double kill. Little harder using his frog abilities for it. Kind of the awkward jumping angles. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to make it. The only way up into that pipe is by flying. Careful here. And he gets through, no problem. So, Carrot Boom Boom, and then Carrot Iggy, and then he's on his way to the finale. No shortage of items to help him out if he wants. Go through it normal. Good job avoiding the afterburners. I get a star here. Be a little careful with Iggy, but it's a flat arena, so he should be fine. Got clipped, almost got boxed into the wall there, but gets through and finishes World 7 at 136.10. Down to the wire for Alan. See how what routing choices he makes. Fortunately, no item there, but he gets a 1-up. Whew, nice job avoiding that fireball. Almost got him. Lucky bounce. Alan realizing that's looping him around, so is he gonna go for the fort? Or is he gonna be unpleasantly surprised?
I think he does have a cloud from the last world.
He burned it. I think he burned it.
Oh, I thought he got another one from a turtle.
Oh, he.
Right before.
Okay, maybe he did, and
the last fortress.
Mm-hmm. He definitely has a hammer, I know that. Fortunately, he's got to time this correctly. The lack with the piranha. Oof, right idea, just didn't quite clear the jump. Okay, he does have a Lakitu cloud. So he's gonna give it another go and save his Lakitu cloud. Although at this stage it would actually be worth using. Well, he doesn't know that, but it would be worth using.
Right.
But his concern is that pipe that's locked. It might be fucking. Okay, what I'm gonna do? He's a hammer suit, and he's gonna go full hammer on these guys. I know they got the hot foot, but not the piranha. Never been quite able to master, oh no, the ability to throw hammers. This Yeah. So he's either gonna P-wing it or he's gonna use the Lakitu Claw. No, he's gonna P-wing it. This will get him through most of this place without too much danger, but he's got to be careful. Starting with this spot. And he burned it out. He's gonna have to oh, I thought he was gonna have to damage boost, but managed to get through just fine. We got a raccoon leaf for that. Okay. Induce the thwomp to come down. The hotfoot kill itself. Pretty well done, all things considered. Blow the hot feet out. He's having a little trouble with the crouch. Okay, made it. And he takes him down, so he should be able to go straight to Bowser from here, provided he picked the correct route. Where that takes. Okay, the other side of the. Oh no. Well, get to see another level we haven't seen yet. Another lost level.
Does he not know or there was another pipe on the left there side of that?
I'm sure he does, but he's probably. I'm not sure. Probably thinking it goes somewhere else. He didn't check Navy, so he probably thinks, that's probably going there. Luckily, that level's very easy to clear through. The second hand, I believe that's 3-1. At least the beta levels are, at least the hand levels are pretty easy. Oh, he's going the bottom route. Yeah, I remember the last time I saw somebody go down there. Time through first dungeon of World 3, and actually would be really good for speed running because the first corridor stretch had nothing but dry bones, and usually see hot feet, which slow you down, making P speed of that spot. If I'm right, he's gonna learn. This will definitely tell him where. Yep. I think he figured it out. There's no other way. There's no other route. And just, one last vindictive measure. He gets 6-8, which has become a bit of a problem level in Randomizer because of all the variety of enemies that you end up encountering in this level. He's got frog suits and the hammer suit. Sure wants to save a hammer for Bowser, but a backhanded way to take care of those enemies, but he got through that just fine. So one more fortress and he's home free, basically. Not the easiest fortress to close out on just because of all the precise jumps, but not the worst. Flip the head there. Fly through this. Sub 150 is possible if he plays the Bowser level cleanly. First he has to get through Boom Boom without getting run over. Okay. And he loses out on the hammer suit, so he's gonna have to do this the hard way. He can't use the wall clip smalls go around. Not too hard, it's just a lot of awkward jumping. Yeah, Gilrinson, it should be sub 150, provided he plays the Bowser fight cleanly. Hopefully he knows about the hitbox. Oh. Ugh. I think we jinxed him. We got 2 frog suits left. Pretty much killed the idea of sub 150 anyway, and he loses out again. So, hope. Gonna reset the room. Good recovery, kind of a broken hitbox with those lasers. That should have vivisected him. Not sure why he played the music box other than he likes the music, but okay, fine.
I mean, I don't like seeing them in my inventory, especially a bunch of them.
Yeah. He's gonna try and frog his way through this. Unfortunately, he can't use the wall clip. Frog Mario can't crouch. He lost out on Frog Mario, but he didn't go over the edge. Okay. Try this again. Okay, he's through. So now it's Bowser. Oh boy. Well. Okay, he's one more drop away. He's just gotta be careful here. He should have this. And he does it. It is done. And TheAlanHeffley closes out with a official SRL time of 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 48 seconds. 2 down for him. One more match to play tomorrow, I believe. Said tomorrow, didn't I? Yes, he will be participating in tomorrow's match. So that will do it. I think we have another match coming on.
Yeah, we got Super Mario Brothers 1 coming up right here, so we're gonna have to say goodbye and thanks to everybody watching the race today. Thank you to our runners.
Thanks to our runners. Thanks to Big John for putting this tournament on, and thanks to Speed Gaming for hosting us.
Yep.
For Killer App 23, I'm Pro A007, and we hope you enjoyed today's race. Thanks.